Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Smith Ultralite ChromaPop semi-frameless cycling sunglasses. As retro products become more popular, many eyewear brands have started to use their previous models to inspire new designs. The new Smith Ultralite that we have here is exactly that. It takes Smith's original 1987 ski goggles and reimagines them as oversized cycling sunglasses. This is part of Smith's Archive collection, which is a celebration of their 60th anniversary and includes a lot of cool items like the beanie here and other products as well. Packaging is very simple. You just have the cardboard box with this nice purple glossy finish that says Archive Collection, and then you can see the version we have here. I'll go ahead and open this up. We'll go over the specs. Retail price on this is $175. This has a 6-base cylindrical shield lens, so really big with some nice curvature. You have ChromaPop lens options, which is one of Smith's proprietary lens designs that gives you great vision and clarity. You also have the auto lock hinges with a nice spring action, and then goggle inspired temple tips with these little cutouts that you could theoretically put a strap through. This also has the Megol nose pads, and they're also swappable, so you can find the right fit for you. We have the really cool 80s version here, so you can see really bright colors, and you can see semi-frameless design with the open edges, and again, really big lens. As far as what comes with them, you get the sunglasses themselves, a really cool Archive Collection fleece bag. So instead of a zippered bag, you have this really nice fleece one. And then on the inside, if you pull this out, you actually have that microfiber cleaning towel stitched directly into it. So really nice, and then you even have a little elastic cuff on the outside to hold everything in place, and a nice premium touch with the Smith branding on here. There's also a Smith sticker on the inside, and then as usual you get a little safety pamphlet here with the lens information. Now let's take a look at the weight of the sunglasses. So if we put them on the scale, it comes in at 33 grams. Smith's Archive Collection combines retro-inspired designs from Smith's history and adds modern materials and optics to create new products. The Smith Ultralite is an oversized shield sunglass that mimics the ski goggle design and brings that to the cycling world. Smith lists the dimensions of the sunglasses at 52 millimeters tall and then 145 millimeters wide, which is quite large. These are also a semi-frameless design, so you can see the frame only extends on the top brow and a little nose bridge with the bottom corners of the lens open for better visibility. There's also some really cool details on here. You can see the round vents on the top that mimic what you'd find on a ski goggle, and they're not actually just a straight cut through. You can see the frame underneath them is a little bit hidden by the lens, so it gives a little bit of a thinner appearance. But if you go on the back side, you can see the holes actually go right through the frame section and the lens, and you can actually see, but it's a little hard to tell, they're not just a straight through. There's kind of a foam material there that'll prevent the light from coming through, but still allow air to flow through it. There's also these cool little details like these little plastic covers on the side where the lens is actually bolted onto the frame. And you can see that on the rear, there's little bolts. So non-interchangeable design, and you can see a very small nose bridge that connects the nose pad portion to the frame. And again, the frame here is really concealed by the lens, which gives it a really sleek appearance. But very large design, nice smooth corner, so definitely looks like a ski goggle. And you have nice little air vents here with these little rectangular cutouts. And then this cool detailing here right on the edge of the lens with this machined edges that make it a little bit more robust. So if you put this on a table, it won't scratch as much. They're also very thick lenses, so you can see they don't have much rotation or flexibility. So they're really designed to be nice and stiff. And then you have flexibility in the frame itself. There's a bunch of color options here. You have 5 different options: tortoise, green lens, you get dark green frame with a copper lens, yellow with an opal lens, matte black with a black lens, and then the special 80s night with the violet lens. We have that 80s night version, and you can see a really cool color scheme. You have this almost hot pink color with these black speckles along it, and then the Smith branding with their retro logo on the sides, on the top, and then again on the temple arm. So it's a very bright color scheme, and even the nose pad and everything's color matched for a really cool appearance. You have the violet lens with a mirrored effect, so you can see it really pairs well with the frame color and gives it a nice unique appearance that really tilts into that retro design. Speaking of retro, the bag is also really cool here. So instead of just a standard black zippered bag with a Smith logo, you get this nice fleece pouch. So very soft, cool graphics on here as well. So you can see it's a green base color. Then the top side is this tan or gray color here with a bunch of graphics on it. On the inside, you have that nice microfiber towel that's actually just sewn in. So the lining here is something you can use to clean the sunglasses. And then you have this little adjustable strap on the outside to keep everything in place. So a nice feature, obviously not as safe as a hard case, but keeps the sunglasses protected from scratches. As far as the lenses, you can see there's tons of ChromaPop options, which is Smith's design that gives you great clarity and adjusts to the environment. They're really designed to make color contrast improve, so when you're on the road, you'll see potholes. And if you're on the dirt, you'll also see the shadows better than you would without sunglasses on. There aren't a ton of options, but you do have the mirrored lens options and even a low visibility lens. Again, non-interchangeable design, so make sure you get the right one. With these, we have the violet mirror, which has a 15% VLT, so fairly dark, and helps really block out the sun and gives you nice clarity on the road. And again, unlike other sunglasses with a semi-frameless design, these are quite thick. So you can see the profile of the lens itself is quite thick here, which gives a nice rigidity. As far as the temple arms, you can see a nice straight arm design that extends outward and then rotates in. You'll notice there's no rubber coating or anything on them. It's just the plastic material itself, and it gets very thin on the outside. So when you get to the tips, you can see very flexible, and they'll tilt according to your head. You also have the cool design feature with the hole here. So you could theoretically put something through here to hold it in place, but it's more of a design feature. And you can see really nice and flexible. They're also an auto lock hinge, so you can see if I get it close, it has a very strong hinge on here, or a little spring that'll snap into place. So with one hand, you can easily put these on and take them off. You also notice they have nice curvature too, so from the top, this is a base 6 curvature, so very curved cylindrical lens, and that ensures you don't see the edges of the sunglasses and you have nice wide field of view, with the temple arms again tilting all the way inward for additional comfort and to hold them in place. Here you can see a nice 360 drone shot of the sunglasses paired with our Gore kit. You can see really bright colors with that hot pink and that oversized lens, which gives it a nice retro look. Obviously it harkens back to the ski goggle design, and it's just been really altered for the bike. Overall, we're impressed with the sunglasses. Unlike the Smith XC, which had pressure points with the all plastic temple arms, with these they're super comfortable. So even after 4 or 5 hours or longer on the bike, they felt really comfortable, they stayed in place, and you can see still plenty of room between the sunglasses and the helmet. You have the semi-frameless design as well, so you have great visibility and a wide field of view that really makes you forget you're wearing sunglasses. The ChromaPop lens, as always, looks really good, gives you a nice high contrast, and is distortion free. These are a little bit on the darker side with this color scheme and lens. So it's a little bit dark in the cloudy type weather, but otherwise really nice. And we also really appreciate the venting. Despite being such a big lens, you have those top vents just like a ski goggle that actually funnels air through it. So I actually found it to be really nice. And even as you're descending, you can feel the air in the sunglasses. So kind of interesting that they're able to get so much venting. But overall, really nice, obviously very big sunglasses, so not for everybody. And it's great to see some more unique color schemes from Smith. As you can see, we have quite a range of sunglasses here with a couple of Smith options that are also retro. Here we have the Boomtown versus the Ultralite. Obviously the Ultralite is much larger and a little more ski goggle-y designed, while this one is a big single frame. But it does have this really cool marble effect. So with the Boomtown, you have a cool effect on there. And you can see that big frame is still not quite as big as the Ultralite. If you want to go really, really modern or more retro, they even have the XC. So this is a flip-up lens that Smith offers. That is very retro, something you don't see these days anymore. And you can see the whole lens is pivoting on this little top piece. And you have this more retro color scheme, but with the Ultralite, you can see you get much bigger frame and more curvature, which is really nice for cycling. So something like the XC was a little bit flatter, more lifestyle. And this one has more of a cylindrical shield lens that gives you better field of view. Speaking of kind of lifestyle retro, here we have the ROKA Torino 2.0. So you can see this one has this kind of aviator style lens. A little bit smaller, and again, the big difference being the curvature, much flatter. You don't have as nice of a field of view that you get with the Ultralite and the Semi-Frameless design. So you definitely get a big frame on here. But obviously the color scheme here is a little more controversial, and something like Torino is something you could wear off the bike, while the Ultralite would look even weirder, even in the standard color scheme, if you didn't go with this 80s color one. Smith also has other options like the PivLock, which has a frameless design and these pivoting arms, which is pretty cool. So you can pivot them, and then they have this little hook design, so they slot into place. They're both really big, but obviously with the Ultralite, it's a little more drastic with the straight edges. And if anything, this looks more like the POC Devour, which we don't have here right now, but similar oversized design. Here's the Julbo Density. Again, big frame, but you can see a much more minimal frame compared to the Ultralite. And you can go more sleek and modern. You go with something like the Shimano S-Fire, but again, smaller frame, more subtle color schemes, and a little bit less retro. So definitely depends on what you're looking for. The Ultralite is really a big pair of sunglasses that makes a statement. And you have these really cool color schemes like the 80s color scheme we have here. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Smith Ultralite. What we like about it is you get that really nice retro carrying bag with the fleece material and the retro patterns with this archive collection. Also, you have a nice oversized lens design, so you get a nice field of view. But you also have really nice venting, so prevents it from fogging, even though it's so large. We also appreciate the unique color schemes and detailing, especially with the 80s night version with the hot pink, and then some of the little small details like the bolt covers. The main negative with these sunglasses is the fact you have no customization options, so you're pretty limited on the frame and lens combinations. Taking everything into account would give the sunglass a 9.4 out of 10. These are nice retro oversized sunglasses that definitely look great on the bike or on the trail. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.